OpenSea, the world's largest and most popular NFT marketplace, has a confirmed airdrop on its way, and we are here to show you how to get the biggest OpenSea airdrop possible. So, before we begin, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and let's dive straight into it. And to begin with, my friends, we are currently on the OpenSea website. So here we're going to go and get ourselves started. As you can see, it gives you an introduction. We want to go into collector mode. Next, you choose whether or not you want to see your NFTs appear within crypto prices or whether or not you want it in USD prices. Entirely up to you. After that, guys, you can see that we've now got the quest to complete. Earn as you collect, trade, engage, and explore both NFTs and tokens on the new OpenSea. Complete voyages, discover treasures, earn shipments, and integrity. Game on. Aggregating lists, X, Y, and Z, let it open up, and we are good to go. So friends, before we get started with the airdrop tutorial, I want to give you a rough idea of how many people are eligible for this airdrop and how to get the biggest airdrop possible. Therefore, we are currently on a custom built June analytics dashboard, of which was created by Ryber Ursh. Thank you very much for creating this. As you can see here, guys, we've got the results of exactly what is going on the OpenSea platform, how many users there are, how many users have XP, and how much XP. So on the left hand side, we can see the total statistics, we can see the amount of XP that has been distributed so far, and of course however long ago this was updated. You can see how many users have got 0 XP, 390,000 users. We can see users with a minimum of 25 XP and a maximum of 11,575 XP. Therefore, down below we can see 13,950 users have between 1 to 100 XP on OpenSea, accumulating to 3.57% of the entire users. Next, you've got 101 to 1,000 XP, which is the majority of users at 122,000 users. Therefore, guys, to become above the average, we want to get over 1,000 XP. That will be our goal. Nonetheless, down below, you can also see the threshold analysis. So over 1,000 XP, you'll see the statistics X, Y, and Z. Therefore, my friends, we're now going to scroll down and you'll see more statistics. Now, on the right-hand side, we can see that we've got a counter of OpenSea unique users. So, for example, we've got 548,000 users overall, utilizing the OpenSea platform in order to earn points and obviously qualify for the airdrop. Down below, you can see the unique days of which users have been using this platform. You can see how many users. You can also see the categories of each group, how much volume they are conducting, X, Y, and Z. Now, what I will say is, my friends, that of course you want to come on here as much as possible. If you come in on one day, which is the majority of users, of course you are going to get a smaller airdrop. So what we can see from this June dashboard, guys, in a nutshell, is that we want to get as much XP as possible by completing the quests. We want to trade as much as possible, and we want to be active on OpenSea as much as possible, meaning that I'll come on here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in order to do as much as I possibly can to climb up the leaderboard and of course become a better user than everyone else. So we know how to become the best user possible. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head back over to OpenSea and we're going to get ourselves logged in. Therefore, you're going to need to have an Ethereum compatible wallet because I believe this will be an EVM airdrop. And once you've got yourselves logged in, guys, you'll see that you've got your profile up top. And next, guys, on the left hand side of the dashboard, we now want to head over to where it says rewards. Next, here it says to get yourselves logged in with your socials, and therefore if you want to do that, of course you're going to have to do that in order to get the best airdrop possible. As you can see, I've done X, we now need to do Discord. You might need to do it a couple times in order for it to work, and boom, as you can see, I'm officially in. Next, if you have multiple ecosystem wallets such as Solana, Ethereum Virtual Machine, like I said, or even Abstract, you can get them all on here in order to utilize the entire protocol on whatever network you like. But we're just going to continue, guys, and we are ready to move on to the next step, which is now completing the voyages. Complete a token swap on Solana, $10 minimum. Now, I didn't realize that we're going to have to complete swaps on this platform. However, guys, we can swap any token on Solana for a minimum of $10 in order to complete that quest and get 100 XP. So if we go over here, head over to Solana, we're now going to very simply get ourselves logged in. I didn't even realize that OpenSea nowadays has a decentralized exchange, but this is awesome. So once we're in, obviously, guys, if you don't have a Solana wallet, then you can check out our tutorials. I didn't realize that we're going to have to be doing this, so it's my bad. However, it's very simple and easy to do. All we're going to do is swap a minimum of $10 volume worth of Solana tokens, and therefore I'm going to choose my token down below. It could be USDC, it could be whatever I want. Therefore, once we are ready, we're now going to choose an amount. I'm going to do roughly $13.18. Once I'm ready, I'm going to swap it, and boom, as you can see in a couple seconds, it will be done. We're now going to head back over to the reward section. Then, guys, if you aren't able to claim your rewards, all you're going to need to do is get your Solana wallet on here, which you'll be able to do in the top right, just like you will be able to do with your Abstract wallet. However, once you've done that swap, you go all the way down to the bottom and you'll see the voyages of which we've completed. Complete a token swap on Solana, all we do is get those rewards and boom, we have done that quest and we've got 100 XP. This will refresh in 1 day, so guys, you'll be able to complete new voyages like it said in 9 hours. I've received 100 XP and there we go, we just need to wait 9 hours for the next set of quests. Next, buy any NFT from a verified collection on any chain. 10 USD minimum. So obviously guys, you'll have to go onto the marketplace of NFTs. Here, you're now going to filter it down by whichever NFT that you like, whether or not you want to go through the top ones. You'll be able to see the floor price X, Y, and Z. However, for example, if you wanted a $10 NFT, it could be this lava ones, which is roughly $15. All you would do is very simply hit whichever one that you want. You can see this will cost me $15 on the base network. Now, you can get it and just sell it back on the open market if you really wanted to do that, guys. It's entirely up to you. It depends on how much XP that you want. The more quests that you can complete on a daily basis, the more XP that you will earn and the higher up the leaderboard you will climb. And by completing this NFT one, guys, you may want to do this. Why? Because of course, getting the trading volume on NFTs on this platform is a crucial thing to do. And what I mean by this, guys, is if you remember over on June, we wanted to focus on trading activity, and therefore what we want to do is get as many transactions done on OpenSea as possible, get as much volume done as possible, because you can see the amount of volume that each user has conducted. And if, for example, I was to get myself any of the NFTs, like I said, it could have well been that lava lads. I could come over here, get myself this one NFT that would be $15 and one transaction. If I was to sell it, that would be a second transaction and $30 in volume overall. So what I'm personally going to do is, guys, I'm just going to get this NFT as a tutorial. Obviously, I'm not telling you to do this whatsoever, and it comes up with a nice little sound, cool. But once we've very simply done that, we can now come back over to my profile. We can go to the NFT section and we can see that we've got lava lads. So I can now list this item. I can now see the floor price and I can now list it for however much I want. I can list it for 30 days, I can list it for whatever. But if, for example, I wanted to do the floor price or just a little bit more, as you can see, it's going to cost roughly $16. I'm not making much of a profit. I just want to list it just as a tutorial and of course to help myself qualify for the airdrop. So that is 2 transactions, that is $30 in volume. And this is exactly how to build up transactional volume and of course transactions and complete voyage quests. So we're going to now go back over to the reward section. We can now see that we can claim that 100 points, which is ending in 9 hours from the time of recording this video. So guys, depending on when you are watching this video will depend of course on what quest that you have, but most likely you're going to see a quest like this come up every single day, of which will help you to stack up transactions and build volume. Exactly what we want to do. So I'm going to be staying up to date with OpenSea every single day to complete my voyages. If of course there are other quests that you can do here, do them by all means, because you want to get as much XP as possible. So by giving the page a refresh now, we can see in the top right corner, I now have 200 XP in total. Now, friends, whether or not you have other NFTs in your wallet, you can very simply now start to sell them if you wanted to in order to build up some volume on your profile. However, that may not be the case if you want to, of course, get yourself some NFTs in the section of the discovery page. By all means, do so. It depends on your budget. It depends on exactly how much of an airdrop you want to receive from OpenSea. Nonetheless, guys, over in the reward section, you just want to stay up to date with all of the quests. You will start to earn yourself some treasures by completing voyages like we can see here. If you are able to create an NFT collection, this will give you more XP. As you can see, 1000 XP for creating or editing an OpenSea gallery. We love collectors and curators create or edit a gallery. So this is an example of how it works, guys. You may not see that quest there right now, but in the future it may be there. Obtain rare artifacts for completing legendary voyages. These relics will be important on your rewards journey. Earn shipments. Intercept surprise drops of XP by hitting key goals. Follow us on X for clues about what might be coming next. You received XP for your activity on Abstract. Open the shipment to claim your reward. So if you are active, guys, you will earn way more than others. And of course, if you have yourself the Abstract network, get yourselves on here. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Once you have done that, you'll see it pop up here, of which we want to get it officially on the OpenSea platform. If, of course, any quests come up now that we have logged in with it, we are going to complete them. If not, we're just going to stay up to date. Nonetheless, we have done that, guys, and we can see there's nothing new. But of course, we have now got as many wallets as possible on the OpenSea platform in order to maximize on our quests that we can complete. We've got the EVM, we've got Solana, and we've got Abstract. Now, of course, guys, we just now want to stay up to date with all of the voyages. We now want to get ourselves as many NFTs as we possibly can, of course, within your own budget range. Now, this may be an expensive airdrop to do. However, guys, OpenSea have raised over $425 million, and therefore this could very well be a huge airdrop. But we're going to want to get ourselves into the top percentage of users in order to get the best airdrop possible. And what do we need to do in order to become one of the top users? Well, first of all, you want to stack up your trading volume. Like we've shown you earlier, guys, we've shown you all the statistics over on June. You want to now build up as much volume as possible. Majority of the wallets have under $1 in trading volume, around 140,000 users. Whereas you have over 2,870 users with $10,000 volume. Now, of course, most people aren't going to beat the $10,000 in volume threshold. However, the majority of users also have between $1 to $500, and therefore anything under $10,000 and above $500 should give you that nice sweet spot, of which will be a nice multiplier. However, also trading consistency. So for example, if you just do one trade on the OpenSea platform, that is not going to set you up nicely in comparison to if you've got 10 transactions, 50 transactions, or over 100 transactions. Most users have between 1 to 100 transactions. Nonetheless, if you have over 100 transactions, you are going to be in the top percentile of users. However, guys, we've also got the activity trading days. So for example, if I just did this airdrop today, that is one activity trading day. Now, of course, that's not going to do me any favors whatsoever as well, and believe it or not, half of the users of which are doing the OpenSea airdrop have only just used it once. Although this is a great sign, guys, because this will obviously give everyone else a better opportunity to earn an airdrop, of course, you want to use it as much as possible. So by coming on every single day and completing the quests and maybe even getting yourself an NFT, yes, you are going to help yourselves get up that leaderboard and have more active trading days than everyone else. Next, after that, guys, you know exactly what to do. You just need to complete all of the Voyage quests when they do reappear. However, my friends, that is now the end of the video. We hope you've enjoyed it and found this tutorial helpful. Yes, it was a very quick airdrop tutorial and there is not that much we can currently do. However, you know how to become one of the top users, and therefore we are going to leave that for you guys. However, if you would like to see anything else from the OpenSea ecosystem, or would like any other requests in terms of airdrop reviews, tutorials, or whatever it may be, let us know in the comment section down below and we'd be more than happy to help you. But friends, thank you so much for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.